Hi, so if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. All your support is appreciated. My name is Uriah, and I'm back with another episode of True Crime at Bedtime. So we all know that it's something within like a parent who actually cares about their kids. When someone touches your kid, you immediately go into fight. Forget flight, you immediately go into fight. And that is what these parents did today in these 3 stories that I have to share with you guys. Today we are going to be looking at when parents took revenge into their own hands. If you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe for more true crime content because we have more coming along with other content. And if you're interested in just other content or interested in exploring that other content, just subscribe, you know? Turn on the post notifications. Obviously, you clicked on this video, you were being nosy, so you might as well stay and enjoy it and grab your stuffy so we can get along with the video. The first story is a father versus the babysitter. Placed in 2014, a man by the name of Jason Brown had hired an 18-year-old Raymond Frohlander to be his babysitter for his 11-year-old son. Well, it's unfortunate for Mr. Jason, it wasn't that at all. Mr. Jason had walked in on Raymond abusing and molesting his 11-year-old son, and his flight kicked in as it should. He didn't call the police first. He didn't do none of that. It was no flight, no. He fought. He beat that man up good, as he should. He brutally beat him, and he even said that if his son had not stepped in, he probably would have killed him. Now, this is the man's mugshot. All I'm gonna say is, y'all can't just be touching any and everybody's kids. And I'm not talking about just molesting. I'm talking about hitting. I don't care. I don't know, the kicking. You can't just be touch people's kids. Like, people gonna do what they need to do for their kids at the end of the day. Raymond was charged with lewd molestation with a minor, and Jason was not charged at all. He did not have no assault charge under that belt, as he should not, because he was defending his child. This next story is about a mother-father versus their daughter's pimp. Lupe Mercado and Barry Gilton had a 17-year-old daughter who had a boyfriend who was 22 years old by the name of Calvin Sneed. They were like trying to get her to kind of break ties with him and, like, you know, stop all communication with him, but she wasn't having that. She really wanted to be with this boy. Turns out that Calvin had a plan to actually sell their daughter. So them being the parents that they were, you know, they contacted the police, but it wasn't much the police could do without evidence. So it was like, They also tried to get help from child services, but I guess it wasn't moving too fast for them, because in 2008 at 2 a.m. in the morning, Barry and this man from Boys and Girls Club, he was a former coach, but basically they went out there and they gunned him down in Calvin's car, the boyfriend, the pimp, and they shot him and he died. Now, obviously, the courts kind of understood where they were coming from, but that didn't stop them from charging them, because it's still the law. The law is the law regardless of whether the person was right or wrong. I guess you can say right or wrong in this sense. Like, regardless of what your reasoning is, whether it's good reasoning or not, the law is the law, and they still have to do what they need. I don't know why they locked the mother up, but I guess it makes sense. They might have, like, had a conversation about what they was going to do since the police wasn't going to help them. I personally, I don't know why they would lock the mother up, but I didn't read that much up into it because I have other stories to get to. But if you want to read more about these stories, they will be in the description box. And lastly, we have the father versus their son's kidnapper. This all took place in 1984. This man by the name of Jeff Duquette had kidnapped this little boy by the name of Jody Plack. Jody was only 11 years old at the time, so obviously he didn't know what was going on. The man took him all the way to Disneyland. Mind you, they was in Baton Rouge. Is that how you say it? Baton Rouge? I'm gonna say it like that. Don't check me. They were in Baton Rouge, and he took them all the way to Disneyland just so he can assault and do what he'd do to him over there. Not long after his little trip, the FBI caught up to him, and they put him back on a plane to go back to Baton Rouge for his trial. Now, Jody's father, Gary Plack, he wasn't playing. He wasn't having none of that. Forget a trial. You did this to my son. It just gotta end, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna give you a scenario. This is Gary, the father. This is Jeff, the kidnapper. So he's coming off of the plane, and right now Gary is on the phone with his friend. He tells his friend, "Here he comes. You're about to hear a gunshot." Bang! Fires the gun. Drop. Kill. He dropped dead. Jeff is dead. Jeff is gone. Dead. Gone. He dropped all his stuff and got out of there. Now this happened to be all on camera, so there was no denying that Gary did it because it was literally on camera. So because like they were at the airport, so you know the airport cameras, I don't think I have to explain this. I think we both, okay, we understand. Okay, so basically it all got caught on camera. He got caught and he pled no content to manslaughter, and he served 7 years suspended, what's called a suspended sentence, 5 years probation, and then 300 hours of community service. If you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe for more true crime content, because I have more coming out along with other content like the beach footage. So if you are interested in, you know, exploring that type of content, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you clicked on this because you were nosy, so you might as well just stay and become family and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.